Now, yesterday FIFA 21 news broke and there wasn't exactly room for pro clubs. Normally on a FIFA channel you'd expect to see same day coverage of news like this, but to be honest guys, I have so little hope for this being an enjoyable game. I really couldn't be less excited, and I know that sounds a little bit negative, so just click off if you want. If that doesn't appeal to you, I don't really care. Sitting here on a Friday morning in 2020, I'm slightly hungover. I've had to experience this sort of process now with YouTube 5 times of FIFA news dropping and everybody getting excited or people getting angry, and I honestly just don't care. I know that might come across a little bit fake as I am making a reaction video to the news, but hopefully by doing it the next day you can kind of see this time last year maybe I would have live streamed this and been all up for looking into it, but I've just been let down by this game so much that if it wasn't for playing pro clubs with my mates and making the content that I enjoy on clubs, I wouldn't have bought FIFA for years. So I can't pretend to care that they've got like dynamic ball dribbling coming in or something. I just don't care. I don't care about Ultimate Team. I don't care about Co-op Ultimate Team. I don't care about career mode getting a simulation update. I don't care at all about Volta. The actual one thing I care about would have been Pro Clubs isn't even listed as one of the features on the website, and this is something that I think we should be slightly worried about. Clubs has been let down for years, so it's not exactly like any of us are expecting to have massive improvements to the game mode, but the fact that they haven't even mentioned it here has worried a lot of people. I've had like VPG owner message me like worried, thinking it wasn't going to be in the game. You can relax, it's definitely going to be in the game. They tweeted last night that, they're going to have Pro Clubs news coming in August, along with a bunch of other news that's going to come out. And I think, obviously, that we will get a few more customizational options, maybe some new stadiums, maybe a few more kit designs. And that probably will be about that. They're definitely not going to do something big with this. They've spoken yesterday about how Volta is going to be a 4v4 and a 5v5 online game mode with friends. So finally we can do that, which is a good thing. But I think we've all seen Volta, or unfortunately some of you might have been unlucky enough to have played it. It is so boring, the gameplay's slow, it doesn't capture any of the imagination that FIFA Street captured, so I really can't see Volta unless they absolutely overhaul and have put so much effort into making online Volta fun, taking off in FIFA 21. The biggest thing will probably be foot co-op and being able to play with a friend. I would definitely be way more likely to play Ultimate Team with a friend. I just am not somebody who enjoys playing this game on my own. I mean, every now and then maybe a career mode, but it gets pretty stale pretty quick, and for me, with any game, not just an EA title, it has to usually be a multiplayer to keep me interested. That's maybe just a credit to my incredible attention span. So according to Tom Kalefi, who's the gameplay producer and torturer at EA Sport, I don't know, he runs everything there, but I don't know, he does whatever. The new gameplay features for FIFA 21 are agile dribbling, which is, so vague. It's like me just telling you, you should subscribe to my channel, because content can be good sometimes. Subscribe to the channel, we have content. You probably guessed that. It doesn't sell it, does it? But again, so vague. Smoother encounters. This is something that I don't know what that means. I'm not trying to tell you how to feel, but when the biggest news coming out of FIFA 21 is that you can kind of play with a mate on Ultimate Team, Volta is back, and there's going to be smoother encounters in the gameplay. Are you really going to buy it for that? Rework of fundamentals like headers, passing, blocking and transitions. Well, that's good. The heading this game has been awful. The passing is shambolic. The blocking, it goes through your legs half the time when you're in defence on clubs and you're trying to block something. And a lot of people have been trying to get excited for clubs. I've seen a lot of Nepenthes playing clubs, Castro tweeting about pro clubs, Nick28T tweeting about pro clubs and wanting pro clubs with news, best game mode with friends. But this is a lot of what we do see from the big foot guys around this time of year, because the content on Ultimate Team's died out and they're looking for something else they can play to stream to viewers, and clubs is always a banger. But as soon as the new game rolls out, clubs will get limited updates, everyone will forget about it until next July, and we go again and again. And that's kind of why I'm so pessimistic. I don't obviously care about the 10 people that will undoubtedly comment or already commented on this video, don't like the game, don't buy it, stop being so negative. I'm giving my honest opinion on the game, my honest opinion on what I think will happen with this game, and I really don't even acknowledge people who are going to come onto my channel and say, don't talk about FIFA if you don't like it. That's, what? am I not allowed to disagree with something? And that's why I am like this way. I do not care about FIFA 21 because I have not got anything to base like optimism off, if that makes sense. Like, what about the last 5 years on FIFA Pro Clubs, specifically, what FIFA in general, would there be to warrant getting excited about FIFA 21? Like, at this stage, if you're still somebody who gets excited about a new FIFA release and buys into everything that you see, you've either not played the game long enough or EA are paying you. Like, there is no in between there. You can't be a casual consumer of this game and go, oh, I can't wait for FIFA 21, like, it's going to be so good. I've had every FIFA for 10 years and they've just been getting better every year. I mean, yeah, they haven't. I mean, ultimately, at this stage of my life and with YouTube and the way the channel's going, Pro Clubs being good or not, it's not really going to change much for me. Like, you guys support us for the videos that we make. And I know for a fact that we'll move into playing other games in the future, but clubs will always be the foundation of our group. Like Johnny P, Rodinho, me, Ethan, Adam, Kells. We love like playing clubs. Liam, we love clubs. Like so we'll play clubs on FIFA 23. It's just, we know they're not going to invest enough into Pro Clubs to make it a game mode that like you can play every single day from release date until the next FIFA drops, because they just aren't interested in putting the content into the game. So I don't see it happening. I'm curious to gauge what you guys think, so obviously leave a like or a dislike on the video based on whether you agree with me or disagree, and obviously leave a comment down below on what you guys think will happen to FIFA 21 Pro Clubs, just to kind of like calm a lot of people down. I know that they haven't like mentioned anything here with FIFA 21. I know it seems like they're going to forget about clubs. Like, why is there no clubs tab? They did tweet straight away after this. Don't forget, there's more FIFA 21 news to come in August, like here when they have Pro Clubs listed. So there will be Pro Clubs updates. They will be something, but it's going to be massively minimal. And my optimism has just completely vanished from where it used to be a long time ago. You can see people like even 100 Thieves, Avalanche, like so many people want clubs to be a good game and have improvements. Like, I know this is because I follow a lot of clubs people, but look, it's everywhere. KFC, Pro Clubs, like everybody's gassed to see Pro Clubs here. So they just need to make sure they do the changes that people want, but they're not going to do it. I mean, this guy's asking for Pro Clubs to have cross-console. We know that's not going to happen. Like, they've already come out and said that they're not going to have cross-console on FIFA 21. For me, at this stage, a few more customizational options being added to FIFA 21 Pro Clubs. The gameplay being massively, like, just changed, because it put me off 11 versus 11 clubs this year. And even low, man, it just so boring, so easy to manipulate the game, and obviously you could just park the bus in like high-level clubs and people would just never be able to score if you played 11 versus 11, and that whole thing kind of just killed the game for me this year. Now, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want reliable and breaking FIFA 20 news, or FIFA 21 news now I should say. We do that. We broke Volta to you guys last year. We've already broke Play Together to you this year. You know, a couple weeks back I released the Play Together slogan. The guys who I have dotted around as sources let me know about the Play Together, and obviously now you can see EA Sports slogan, play together, get rewarded together, talking about the co-op Ultimate Team. So we knew that was coming. As soon as I get more information, you guys know I'm going to upload that straight to this channel. I'll let you guys in. You gamers will be informed. If there's one thing we do on this channel, it's inform gamers. One thing a lot of you guys have been talking to me about recently is like getting angry at these big creators like Castro for tweeting about clubs, Nick28T or Nepenthes for tweeting about it, but then obviously they're going to go play Ultimate Team. These guys can do what the fuck they want. Like, they can upload what they want, they can upload clubs, they can upload for Ultimate Team. It really isn't anybody's place to say, obviously, that they can you only tweet about it in July. Like, obviously, I see what you're saying, and it is frustrating as somebody like you or me who loves pro clubs to see these big guys come out and speak about clubs and then maybe not like care about it as much when the release comes and there's bugs in it and they're all just focusing on foot, and maybe they don't want to step on too many EA toes by raising those issues towards the start of a game cycle. But you really aren't like within your rights to like kind of go and hate on the guys for saying what they want to say. Like, if they don't tweet about clubs, they don't owe that to you, they don't owe that to me, they don't owe that to anybody. They can do what they want. The last thing I'll say, just try not to get too excited, because you will be disappointed. Lower your expectations, don't buy the top of the range game. And something to end on before we go is an interesting tweet here that Sim1 has sent me. It says, early access applies to FIFA 21 Ultimate Team and Champions Edition only, wherever FIFA points are sold. Conditions and restrictions apply. So if you are in Belgium or another country that maybe is banning or has banned FIFA packs points, I should say, it looks like you can't get the early access FIFA copies, which is interesting. So obviously time will tell to see if there's bans that come in on FIFA packs in the UK. Johnny P's working very hard to try and ensure that that happens. We of course will be sharing his message and more of your messages as much as we can to try and put some restrictions on these awful FIFA pack systems. The foot gambling just has to stop. We'll see what happens in FIFA 21. That's the last thing that I haven't seen really anybody cover that is pretty interesting. You know, I don't know if it has said that. I'm genuinely too lazy to check another back of a FIFA copy, but I don't think it's ever said that before. I'm not sure. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in a bit.